Alright guys, today we're here with another new release. Today we are talking about Oh No, that just released on the Infinity Game Table. Oh No probably sounds like another game that we're all familiar with in the card game space, and that's exactly what this game is. It is a recreation of that game, and you can see here you can play with up to 1 to 4 players. You can do players locally, or you can just touch it to do bots, and you can do any combination of each. You can even just not play. You can only play with 2 players, 3 players, 4 players, any combination with AI or not. As you're looking at here, I could add different players. I can add AI over here in the corner, and another bot there in the corner, and then just hit play. And there's the interface of what the game looks like. You see there's a giant button over here to hit the Oh No button when you have 1 card left. You have your skips, your reverses, and you start with 7 cards. You're trying to get rid of your cards as fast as possible. It'll be the last one standing. And you can see whose turn it is. It will tell you your points. You're trying to get to 250 points as fast as possible. You basically gain points by playing all your cards in your hand, and then you get points based on all the other cards that all the players have left in their hand. And again, it's up to 250 points. So let's go ahead and dive into this game, show a little bit more of the gameplay, and dive in. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Okay guys, as you can tell, we are here taking a look at Oh No on the Infinity Game Table. We are here at the main menu here. So if we hit the settings option, you can see you can hit the how to play option. Gives you the objective, be the first player to play your cards in your hand. Your score is the total of the cards left in your opponent's hand. Play multiple hands until you reach 250 points to win the game. Like I talked about before, it gives you some of the symbols, the draw 2, the reverse, the skip, the wild draw 4, and stuff like that. It even tells you that you cannot play this card if you have other matches in your hand. Other wild cards must be played before this card. That's a rule that a lot of us probably know from playing a game similar like this. Like I said, that we all know. Here is the points, so you can see these are the amount of points that you get if somebody would have these in their hand. So obviously the number of cards are worth their value. A draw 2 would be worth 20, then 20 for reverse, 20 for skip. Wilds are 50, and wild draw 4 is 52. So you definitely want to get rid of those cards and not have them if someone's about to win the game. So when you hit the play option here, you can tell that you can play this game locally with 4 players. Unfortunately, there is no online play, but you can play with 4 players locally, and you can do any combination. So I can add a player right here. This could be another player over here. This could be a bot, and we can either make that a bot or not even make it be a player at all, which is what the X button is for. So we can play with up to 4 players, but let's say we just did 3, and then we hit play. You can see that now you have 3 players on here. That player over there is, of course, not playing. And then you can see that everyone has their label here, so it's telling you to play. You basically just hit the 5. And of course, all the cards are face up. And of course, you want the cards hidden in this game when you're playing. Of course, when you're playing with the CPU, it's easy, their cards are hidden. But when you're not, you can of course use your blockers. I've talked about blockers that I've personally purchased. You could use either the cardboard blockers that the Infinity Game Table came with, or you could purchase these blockers that I've shown off before, and basically just kind of put it over the player shield like that so no one can see your cards. And then you're kind of playing like that, and then the next person would go, they would go. Now the CPU's of course going to go, then I'm going to go. He's drawing another card. He gets to finally play one. This player, as you can see here, does not have a card to actually play, and if you wait long enough, it's going to actually tell you that you need to touch the actual little hand comes up to remind you that you obviously need to touch the deck to be able to continue, and then you can play the card if you actually got a card that actually matches like you're looking at here. Here you can see that now you can play the draw 4 because that's the only card you have. You get to select the color. I really like the animations in this game. I think they look really nice and they're really clean. So when I hit the red, you can see the announcer that said draw 4 has a little kickback music there. I just really like the sound effects and the announcer in the background there. That kind of announces when you play draw 4, draw 2, or when you're at Uno and stuff like that that you're playing. So here, you can go ahead and hit red over here.
Draw 2.
There's your draw 2 here that he played. And again, I just really like the announcer. I think it adds a lot of fun to the actual game.
Reverse.
This would be a reverse card. And this is when you hit Uno, so you would obviously you can play the card there, but you have to hit this button or else you're going to end up getting penalized and getting 2 more cards. So you play the card and immediately
Oh no!
you get to do the oh no symbol there, which is really fun because again, the announcer comes and says oh no, and I just think it's a great name for the game, and I think it's really cool with the announcer and stuff like that. I think they did a good job with the graphics in this game, the animations, everything looks smooth, everything performs smooth, no lag or anything like that. Of course, we don't have anything here to play, so we're going to go, oh, we do have that one.
Oh no!
Next person again here would go. They have a draw. Nope, they don't. I can't see. They have no. Oh, they got a 2 though. And look at that. Computer gave us exactly what we needed. We play.
That's game.
And then the guy comes out and says that's game, and then it gives you the points, so you can see exactly how many points, why you got it. So you can see I got 90 points, and again, that's based off the calculations of the points of the cards that we talked about before. You can even see this gave 34 points to the winner. You can see it there, and this gave 56 points. These are based on all the numbers and the draw 2s and stuff like that of the calculations that I talked about before. That's in the help guide. But basically, it's up to 250 points, and then whoever wins, wins. So then you just hit fast forward, and then you continue. Another round starts, and then you play again, and then it's until someone gets 250 points. So, like I said, guys, I think this game is a lot of fun. I think it obviously reminds us very clearly on a game that we all know and love and have been playing for years. And I think it was adapted here really, really well. I do like that I do think the blockers do work, and you're definitely going to have to use something because you can't have players playing locally being able to see each other's cards. Of course, we all wish that they actually had, you know, an iOS app or an Android app that we could have our hidden information off an iPhone app and then play them on the table. Hopefully that's something that they're still considering because that's obviously what we want to see. But the blockers do work, and they're not hindering the gameplay. I played this with my family over Easter and had no issues playing. We all used the blockers on each of our sides, and it worked just fine. Again, animation's great, graphics are great, no lag. I love the colorful graphics. It did a good job with all of that. I love the hitting the Uno. I love the announcer. I think it adds a lot of spice and fun to the game. The graphics and everything. And yeah, I think they did a really good job with this one. The only complaint I have is, of course, having to use the blockers. That would be the only negative that we have to do with something like this, but that's expected. Again, something hope that they improve with a separate app later on. And for as far as improvements that I would like to see, I would like to see some house rules. Like, you know, right now, if you play, you can't play a draw 4 from your hand if you have other colors in your hand. That is the normal rules, but I'd love to see a house rule that you can anyway, because I have seen other players play that way anyway. I'd love to see the double 2 stacking rule that's you can't do in this game. So if I play a double 2 and he had a double 2, he doesn't have to draw 2. He can stack another double 2, and then the next person draws 4. I've seen that being played as well. So a couple of those house rules will add some variety to the game. And the last thing I would touch about is I wouldn't be surprised if we see themes on this game, because we all know that they have licenses for certain properties like Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. I think that'd be fantastic. They need to, though, do the theme well. Have the actual music from the actual theme being played in the background. You know, add some actual gameplay differences. Don't just theme the back of the cards and that's it, because that's not going to be as fun. Add at least one new rule that makes sense with the theme that would change up the gameplay when you're playing that theme pack, and that will actually let people buy it. Because if you just change the card backs and add a couple of things here, no one's going to be that interested. But if they actually add a new rule when they add a new theme, I think a lot of people will hop on that and buy it. So overall, that's my thoughts, guys. It is $4.99. It's available on the store now. I'm really happy with it. It's, in my opinion, the best Infinity Game Table game that is unique that they have ever done so far. Of course, that means unique games, so not things like Ticket to Ride and Pandemic and Monopoly that they grab the assets from a different, you know, from a property that already exists. I'm talking about a property that they designed from the ground up for this table. This is my favorite one that they've done so far, and you can see that there was care and you know, put into with the animations and everything. So hopefully that continues going forward. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.